many miles over the speed limit can you go and not be considered speeding? Anybody?
5.
So that is a myth. It's 0. Okay? The speed limit is 45. Should you be doing 45 or
I've been very jealous of my sister.
Minutes since the last time that I got attention. I would like some more, please.
The reason that Gypsy Rose is crashing out right now is because these texts got her in trouble with Ken, not because they were sacred.
You put out text messages between you and I that I think are sacred. That should, in my opinion, be sacred between us.
Yeah, that's right. That clip was from an almost 10-minute video that was her apologizing to her ex-husband, Ryan Anderson, and the manipulation is out of this world. I mean, the more that she talks, the more that I think she has qualities that she accused her mother of having.
She was using me for money and abusing me medically, and then to tell me all of the lies and manipulation on top of it. So I felt, did I ever know her at all? My own mother? Did I ever know this woman at all?
Now she's literally filming herself crying, and it's not because those texts were so sacred. It's because Ken didn't like what they had to say.
When I felt distant from Ken during those first few weeks postpartum, I vented to you. I told you everything that was on my heart and in my head. And I thought that that was gonna stay between us. Did I tell Ken? Eventually I did.
If you guys haven't seen already, these are the texts that Ryan Anderson first released from Gypsy Rose saying, "Are you with Amber J?" So she's obviously still very caught up on Ryan Anderson, even though she has a new man and a whole baby with him. She is still wondering who Ryan Anderson is getting with, which obviously would not be cool with Ken, because why do you care? You know, I'm sure that that caused a big fight, and that is what caused her to go off the handle. But there's more, because this part says, "I feel lost, like I don't know what's real anymore." And honestly, that's kind of concerning considering the crimes that she was charged with and the things that unraveled during that trial.
If you disobey me in any way, or displease me in any way, I will use the one card that I have over you.
So apparently those texts were so sacred, which I think just means they pissed Ken off so much, that Gypsy then retaliated by posting this, which is accusing Ryan of having to take methadone for a previous addiction, which obviously he didn't want out to the public. The apology becomes more and more unhinged as you go through it. You guys should go watch for yourself, honestly. I mean, there's crying, there's gaslighting, there's manipulating, there's her telling him to move on, but then telling him that he's always gonna be special to her. I mean, it is out of the textbook of what you think Blanchard would have been doing. So all of this is crazy.
You didn't do social media. You didn't care. It was never about the public back then. And it's so hard to see what you have become.
And the bottom line is, it's gotta be embarrassing Ken so much, because why does she care so much about her ex-husband, the guy who she tried to leave to get with this guy? I mean, the fact that this video exists tells us everything we need to know. But you guys, let me know what you think.
Did I tell Ken? Eventually I did. But
Gypsy Rose is getting messy as hell and clapping back at her ex, Ryan Anderson. And this account was not going to have anything to do with Gypsy, but this is just too messy and good to pass up. First of all, never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So I guess Ryan said something about Aurora, but I literally cannot find that anywhere. Not sure what he said, if he actually said anything. But Gypsy posted sweat rags on her damn story talking about the secret life of the sweat rag. Aren't you dogging on a man for sweating when you were doing doggy on the damn train tracks in a furry costume? I digress. Not my business. I mean, if that's what you're into, girl. And what's even funnier or even more confusing is that Ryan texted Rod. And he told Rod, "You tell Gypsy to take that down or I'm gonna sue her for HIPAA violation." Were you talking about the post about your sweating? That's not HIPAA, baby. That was all over the Lifetime show. If that's what you're talking about, we saw you with that damn rag on your shoulder every 20 minutes. Did I miss something? Like, what did I miss? What medical information did Gypsy share? Also, you can't really sue for HIPAA if you're not a medical professional or medical provider, so like, yeah, Gypsy, I thought you were done. I thought you weren't gonna say nothing to Ryan. I thought y'all ended amicably. I don't care. Keep it going. This is great entertainment. I love to see it. You got me cackling. Gypsy Rose and her fuck-ass Bob are back at it again, being messy. She released Ryan's medical information because he posted text messages that she texted him in January worried about who he's seeing. Then she posted a video being like, just know if you're throwing shots at me, I hit back 10 times harder. Bro, what do you have on her that she's trying to strong-arm you into shutting up? I guarantee we don't care. Whatever she has on you cannot be as bad as what you have on her. As long as it didn't have anything to do with children, we don't care. It's no biggie, bro. Say whatever you got on her because we'll be on your side regardless. Also, where did that fake-ass accent come from? Because first it was, my name is Gypsy Rose, coming at you live from Aurora, Colorado. And then she got around Rod for 2 seconds and she's like, hey, my name's Gypsy Rose, I'm from the bayou and we about to go to a crawfish boil. Fake ass Creole accent. And then in this video she's like, say some shit like she's trying to be hard. I'm like, girl, why do you keep flipping and switching? And then she came online with a half-ass apology being like, sorry. You're not sorry you said it. You're sorry that the internet wasn't on your side, girl. If the internet was on your side, there would be no apology. You would be standing on business. And this is the half-ass apology. Sorry. So Ryan, spill the damn tea. We're all sitting here with our popcorn. We're waiting. We're ready.
Oh my god, the crash out just keeps going. Gypsy Rose is crashing out and she just publicly threatened Ryan Anderson in her new fake accent, by the way. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the thing that nobody's saying. Gypsy, I would kindly like to remind you that while you may have dirt on Ryan Anderson, nobody cares about the dirt that you have on Ryan Anderson, but everybody cares about the dirt that Ryan Anderson has on you. You have everything to lose because Ryan Anderson did not manipulate a disabled person with a low IQ to throw their life away and spend the rest of their life in prison just to take the fall for you. And Ryan Anderson does not have a pattern of consistently using people and discarding them when he's finished with them. So nobody cares about Ryan's mistakes. You have so much more to lose. Ryan Anderson, if you are watching this, just know that a full-blown crash out is justified. I think you haven't crashed out enough. I think you should keep going because I think Gypsy has been stringing you along this entire time to keep you quiet. And Anderson is finally spilling the tea on Gypsy Rose, and this is crazy. Why was Gypsy messaging Ryan on January 14th when she had a newborn baby and a man that she left her husband for? She should have been happy and content, but she was messaging Ryan worried about who Ryan was with. She says, I feel lost. I don't know what's real anymore. That's so strange, Gypsy. Why were you concerned about your ex-husband that you were so determined to cheat on and leave to be with another man? To be honest with you, I think Gypsy likes to keep people on the back burner, especially when she doesn't have full control of the people she's with. And I don't think she has full control of Ken. And I think that she keeps Ryan on the back burner, not only to keep him quiet, but to keep him as a backup option. At this point, Gypsy contradicts herself so often that it's hilarious to me. I find it amusing because this girl genuinely told the whole world that she was done with Ryan and wanted nothing to do with him, but she's the one reaching out worried about what he's doing. She also told the entire world that she doesn't have a gym routine and she just lost weight naturally after getting out of prison, but then posted a fake workout routine because she wants to be an influencer. At least be honest with your viewers, Gypsy. And she also told the entire world that Nick was the one who wanted the alter egos, and that's why she did that. That's why she dressed up and wore the wigs and pretended to be somebody else. But Gypsy still to this day is wearing wigs. She always loved dress up, and Dan confirmed that. Dan said that she was the one that requested those things from Dan. Honestly, Gypsy, we would all have so much more respect for you if you just kept it real.
Everybody's talking about this Gypsy video, so here we are talking about it. Now, apparently Gypsy had posted the video and she directed the video towards Ryan. She was saying that the reason why she was so upset was because the Ryan that's on TikTok is not the Ryan that she knew. She said that she apologized to Ryan for posting his personal business out there. She was crying on the video saying that, Ryan was the person that she leaned on. Ryan was her comfort. She did say that Ken was the love of her life, but that, you know, like Ryan's her comfort. She also said that she trusted Ryan so much that he wasn't going to like reveal things to her that were sacred, i.e. the text messages. She started crying in the video, telling Ryan that she knows who he is, saying that he was someone she leaned on when her parents were on the edge of divorce, talking about Christy and Rod, and that when she texted Ryan that was at her most vulnerable state. It was like after she had Aurora, like right after, I guess, was when she was in her most vulnerable state. She posted this. It's on her TikTok. Let me know what y'all think.
So it's a new day. Yep, it is a new day.
Am I the only one that's concerned for Ryan's safety? Something about this is screaming like she's sending a message to him without actually messaging it to him. And I feel as though she wants him to respond. He's not, and she's getting upset, and that's why she made this video. And she keeps taking down her apology video and putting it back up. So that screams red flag as well. But I'm very concerned for his safety. Gypsy is a very dangerous person, and we know that she's very manipulative, and she thinks she can get away with whatever. I am just really concerned for Ryan, and I hope I'm just freaking out. I would hate to not say something and feel guilty if something ever happened, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm praying it doesn't, but I just want to say something that maybe me being concerned or the public being concerned would stop something from happening. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I might be overreacting. Y'all just let me know what you think.
Ryan Anderson, what do you have on Gypsy Rose? The audience here wants to know. Gypsy Rose is spiraling, acting like the victim. What's new? All because Ryan told his side of the story and exposed her text messages. And in return, she exposed him as a drug addict. Once she realized people weren't on her side, here she goes acting like the victim. And the video she posted is insane. If Ken and her are in a real relationship, I have no idea how he is okay with this. And her manipulation throughout the entire video is so blatantly obvious, I could not help but laugh. She sits there and says that while Ken is her love, that Ryan is her safe place, her comfort, and that she trusted him and he broke that trust by posting the text messages. Which, by the way, was just him showing the truth because she lied on national television. She also admits that for months, she was secretly texting Ryan and eventually told Ken. And by eventually, I'm sure she means once Ryan posted these texts a day ago. And then she tries to make him feel bad for being on social media, saying that that's not the man she married and that he has a TikTok and real life persona. But it's like, hello, do we realize who's talking here? And then she says, I'm sorry you fell in love with a POS like me. Again, manipulation. At the end, she's like, I don't regret having Aurora. Like, nobody said you regretted having her, so why even say that for one? But then she says, I can't keep talking to you. I have a family. I have a daughter with this man. Like, this man being your husband, Ken. I don't know. Obviously, she's putting on a show, trying to play the victim, trying to guilt trip Ryan because she doesn't want him to expose anything else. She didn't think he would. She thought she could just keep walking all over him and him not say a word. By him talking, that's messing up her entire plan. I mean, this video did not need to be public whatsoever. This is just all part of her manipulation, seeing who she can get to believe her. Is it any surprise that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is once again being messy? And yes, she is wearing a wig here. If you know, you know. It all started when her ex-husband, Ryan Anderson, posted these screenshots of her texting him. I speak the truth, always have, only be real. Now, Ryan is posting this because of her Lifetime episode, the things that she said about him. So he's speaking his side. So what does Gypsy Rose think the appropriate thing to do is? Well, she thinks to expose him for being a recovering addict was the right move. She posts this about methadone, which is often prescribed to recovering addicts. Now, Ryan, he was not having this. Gypsy posted this screenshot of Ryan, who had texted Gypsy's dad. He says, tell Gypsy she'd better take down the last post about me or I'm going to sue her for a HIPAA violation and defamation. She had no right to tell people that. And she captioned this, I'm your ex-wife, not your medical provider. Do you want to stop now? It's crazy because she makes these documentaries showing her side, and then when somebody else wants to tell their side of it, she immediately goes for the low blows. All Ryan was doing was showing his side. And then she decides to out him for a drug addiction. Oh, and let's not forget that all of this is happening on her mom's birthday. You know, the mom that she plotted to. And she claims that she wore this wig so people wouldn't recognize her. But like I said,
If you know, you know.
Threats have been made, text messages have been leaked, and medical information has been exposed. Let's talk about the feud ongoing between Gypsy Rose and Ryan Anderson. Now, as we all know, Ryan Anderson is active here on TikTok and conducts many TikTok lives. Well, Ryan recently exposed a screenshot text message from Gypsy Rose where she was apparently bothered by Ryan and Amber J speaking, wondering if they were dating. Now, Gypsy Rose is happy, in love, and just welcomed a new child into the world. So why does she care what Ryan Anderson, or who Ryan Anderson, is up to? Anyway, this led Gypsy to threaten Ryan and release some of his personal medical information. Gypsy posted this on her social media, claiming that Ryan's true cause for sweating so much is because he is taking medication with that side effect. Now, this led Ryan to text Gypsy's father, asking her to take it down, and Gypsy screenshotted and slapped that up on her social media as well. Now, shockingly, all of this was happening around the time Gypsy was supposed to be celebrating her 1-year anniversary with Ken Urker and celebrating at Jazz Fest. Well, I've got a lot to say about that too. So make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Drop a follow for more because there is going to be a part 2 to this.
See, Rose Blanchard actually admitted her and Ken have been having a hard time. She was trolling somebody's comments. I want y'all to watch this video first. I'm going to tag the creator because I think this was a great video. But let's watch this.
Gypsy, Jip. We need to have a conversation. I'm just
We
saying,
here,
I watched
girl. We
your
here.
apology video about 11 times only because it keeps freaking coming up on my For You page. I even sent it to my sister because I can't. But what I want to know is, actually, it's not. I don't even have a question.
She's like, I don't even know.
If my man ever came on the internet and said I was his love and his ex whoever was his safe space, first off, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. And I'm gonna beat hers too. And y'all could go live together.
And she's a redhead, so I believe she would do this. She's so for real about this.
All the way fucked up. If you think that I'm not your home, your
Sis
safe
said
space,
no.
your love, your everything.
I'm gonna clock their tea.
As your wife or your partner. Why the fuck are you together?
I love this. She's funny.
I'm genuinely curious, but that's all.
Jip gets on here in the comments and says, to answer your question, it's because Ken hurt me in the past, and we have trust issues. Ryan never left me like Ken did. So those lingering trust issues is why I said that. If someone says, why are you going to move in with someone that you don't trust? She goes, because I love him and we have a child together. We are working through our issues through couples therapy. She also elaborates that she never said that Ryan was abusive, when y'all know that's what she did say. And she said people are putting things in her mouth, and the article was basically what it was. She never take accountability for anything, so is that surprising? What I think is really funny about this is the fact that she's saying that they have trust issues. Girl, and you're saying you never had those issues with Ryan. You know, if you have trust issues in your relationship, this is like a video game or a phone with no service. All you do is play games. If he left you before, he'd leave you again. And this time you're cheating on him emotionally and maybe even physically. I don't know. Do you not think that that's going to be a problem? Like, really think about that, Jip. You're not using your head. Because the way relationships work, you can't be doing all of that. You cannot. But then again, look what you did to your mama. Can we really trust you? Can anyone really trust you? Let's be 100. And also, what's really funny is couples therapy only work for couples that had a decent relationship before. Not a relationship that is started in shambles. It's going to end in shambles too. That's just how that works. You finish how you start. Let's, be for real.
Jip, what in the actual heck is going on right now? So y'all, I just watched a video of Ryan Anderson lose his whole mind. So there was a clip of Gypsy Rose and Ken, and she said she just considered Ryan one of the public, and Ryan was on live because you could see him getting the little Hermes. He lost his his whole mind. He started taking stuff. I don't even know if it was her stuff or his stuff or whose stuff it was, but he took that stuff. He was throwing it outside. He said, here's for the public. He was throwing pillows outside. He said, the public can have this. Here's the public. Here's to the public. And then now there's text messages that Gypsy Rose is sending to Ryan Anderson, and y'all, I'm probably behind the times again, so y'all don't come for me, but what is happening? So if I do not know what I'm talking about, y'all please tell me in the comments what's happening, because y'all know that, all silliness aside, that I just do this for all laughs, right? Okay.
So we all are guilty of watching trash TV, watching trash TikToks. Right now, I watched the Life After Lockup Gypsy Rose. I vouched for the girl. Like, hey, she was the victim. She is the victim. And that was my mentality for quite some time, until I just seen a clip of Miss Ma'am going on TikTok Live with 9 million, a following count of 9 million, and saying that her ex-husband is her comfort when she's got a whole new man, a baby daddy, a baby. Ma'am, somebody take her phone. What are you doing? Why? What? Because the way I would come for my significant other if you embarrassed me like that on a social media platform. Nope. We stuck by you when your mom, and we're like, oh, this, poor little victim. And now you're on a social media platform proving how manipulative you are, because you don't want Ryan to tell everybody your business. Those confiding words that you should have sought therapy instead of your ex-husband, ma'am.
Hey guys, I'm smiling for a reason, but I found out some news that I wanted to share. Again, this is alleged, but I saw a video and Lauren Shree had posted something about her parole possibly being revoked. Now again, I don't know if this is true, but apparently they are going to be having a meeting with the parole board along with the parole officer due to the actions she has done over the weekend with going to the club and all of that. So there is a chance her parole is going to be revoked. Now, I don't know if they're necessarily going to do it. However, I do believe that she is getting looked into by the parole board, and they're doing investigations due to her actions as of recently. I saw this again on Lauren Cherie's video. I'm going to tag her below. She's flipping amazing. If you haven't followed her, follow her. She's an awesome source. But go ahead and go watch that video. And again, I'm going to link her below. So I hope you all have a good day. But if this is facts, this is awesome. So I just want to share that good news. Happy hump day.
Why did Gypsy's accent change? She was like, if you punch to me, I'm gonna punch back 10 times harder, with her glasses crooked, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, I kind of saw Ryan on live the other day when I was just like scrolling my FYP, and he was throwing some stuff out, and he's like, that's why she sent me a picture of her baby. I know this is old news, but she made that video today on the treadmill talking about, if you punch to me, I'm gonna punch back 10 times harder. She was, the other day, she was at some like place with 2 other women, and she was singing Jessie Murph's song, and it sounds like she's trying to adopt Jessie Murph's voice with a mix of like Jenny from Ginny and Georgia. It was just so freaking weird, and it really sounded like a threat. Like, what's her PPO? Think about that. Oh, her PO, I'm sorry. Can she punch anything back right now? Or is that like a violation? Lord, I don't know. Gypsy, get it together. 'Cause girl, Miss Girl.
Imagine having your family, your daughter, newborn daughter, and you making videos on the internet saying that you're in love with your boyfriend, but your ex-husband is your comfort. That is wild. to think. If I did that to my boyfriend, he would probably leave me, honestly, with my baby. That is disgusting. You left your husband for your boyfriend. You cheated on him, allegedly. And now you're on the internet crying because your ex-husband is your comfort. Make it make sense.
I always said Ken was my love, is my love.
Girl, and you didn't even clip that out?
But you were my comfort. You were my safe place because I knew you never would hurt me. And I'm just tired of this war, and I want it to end.
Listen, I've been in my own little lane over here. I am not caught up on this, but I did just watch this entire clip, and you can see my reaction to it. But this is the one part that stood out to me, y'all. I watched this whole thing of her crying and all this, and it literally to me is like an I love you, I want you back, please take me back, please tell me that you still love me, but I'm trying to act like I don't really want to be with you. Then at the end she says this, he was my love, is my love, and then listen to the shit she says.
I don't know what you think the alternative could be between you and I. That's where I get stuck at, is I can't keep texting you. I can't keep talking to you. I have a whole family. I'm in a committed relationship. I have a daughter with this man. Like
y'all, this is weird. Is it not weird?
I don't know if, we can't be friends. Do you understand what position I'm in? I know to you, as long as I keep talking to you, you feel some sort of connection, but that can't be. We can't do that.
I feel like she's trying to convince herself, in this whole thing, she's trying to convince herself that she doesn't love him, but she clearly does.
All I can do is wish you the best, and I know that is finite, and that's definite. And I know this is all sinking in, that it's really the end now. But you will always have a place in my heart, and we will always have those good memories together. But that has to be it. Some people come in our lives for a season, others for a reason. And the reason you came in my life was to show me that I need to be a better person.
Not her literally using a quote on him and be like, goodbye, we're over. You've been over. You divorced him. Remember that? Remember when you left him for Ken and had a baby and did all that shit? Listen, y'all, I'm not up to date. Obviously, I haven't watched this season or anything like that, but I want to know what y'all think, because this is weird to me. And if I was Ken, I would be livid. You would not have to worry about what you thought you would need to do about talking to Ryan or not, because you could do whatever you want. You would be a single mama. Y'all let me know what you think.
So it's a new day. Yep, it is a new day.
On you, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Seriously, can you get any more low? What Gypsy Rose Blanchard is currently doing to Ryan Anderson is wild. What gives you the right to post his personal private medical information on your platform with over 9 million followers? Because you're butthurt over one text message? So it's okay if Gypsy posts Ryan Anderson's text messages, but it's not okay if he posts one. It's okay that after they separated, she slandered him all over the media and is now publicly embarrassing him on her television show by saying that their schmeck's life wasn't good, even though you were screaming the D is fire when you got out of prison. The one text message that Ryan Anderson posted is not even new information to us. Ryan Anderson posted a text message from Gypsy where she texted him asking if he was dating Amber J, another creator on this app, which he's not. But that's not new information to us. We already knew that. He's already said it before. And that is what you're spiraling over? Because of that one text message, you're sharing his private information? Ryan has a career a real life job that he has to walk into every day where he's teaching children, and you could be quite literally putting his entire career at jeopardy. And if he does lose his job, I really hope he takes legal action. And on your mother's birthday of all days.
I just want to say, Gypsy, this is not a attack thing like, oh, the world's against me. No, it's just the fact that all that has happened to you as a kid, yes. And I'm sorry for any type of injustice you have experienced concerning Diddy. However, you're not the only one that has experienced injustice, period, throughout life. Whether that be mental, physical, verbal, whatever, emotional. Everyone has experienced some form of it, but does that justify what you did to get out of that situation? No, because everyone has that choice. Personal opinion, do I think it's fair that you're out famous, getting money off of what you did, your crime? Hell no. I feel like your partner in crime should be out too, if that's the case. So the fact that you're getting celebrated for this and you're feeling like this is a new start and that no one should question your motives or get on you about what you're doing, which is reoffending people. Hell no. Like, that's ignorant. That's insane. Like, that's pure insanity to think that you are a normal person after you done did what you did. You're not normal. You have a TV show. You are making more money than the average person that does not do any type of crime, aka me. And this is not no jealousy thing. This is just the simple fact of wickedness and how good is now the new evil and evil's the new good. Like, the world's twisted and corrupted. And I hope people that do follow her wake up and see that y'all are enabling this girl and that y'all are supporting this girl's messed up mental, because she's mentally ill. Like, she literally is walking around here hurting people and getting mad that they are reacting to her abuse. That's a dangerous person. Y'all should not be celebrating that type of person. And she's making an excuse for the crime she did, which lets me know that she's able to reoffend. Okay? A person that is really truly remorseful would accept the backlash. And if anything, say, you know what? I deserve everything that I'm getting. However, how can I tell y'all to not do this? Or, come have a different approach. She comes off very sassy, very entitled, very, oh, I'm living this glamorous life and I deserve it. I'm just going to stop there.
Gypsy, baby, you outed this man for taking methadone? You outed that to the internet and the world? Girl! Listen, I get hating your ex because I'm the queen. I'm the queen of hating my ex-husband after everything he did to me. But not only is that a super personal thing, like that's a super personal thing someone goes through, that's a medical violation, girl. You're outing that to the world. You have a huge platform. And then to smart off when he texts your dad and says, I'm not a medical professional. You may not be a medical professional, but you're a horrible fucking human being. No one should be shamed for taking methadone if they have to, if it helps them. Like, if that's what Ryan has to do to help his addiction and to help fight his addiction, more power to him. At least he's doing something to try to get better. When I think you can't become even more of a piece of shiitake mushroom, you just outdo yourself. Get offline, girl. Get offline. Get over Ryan. You left him. And focus on your baby. God, I'm pissed for him.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard, you got caught, girl. Caught. And it's 2025, baby girl, so I don't know if you know this, but you got caught in 4K. Let's call a spade a spade. This is a classic tale of thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Then you got caught checking out your old grass. Roll it.
But whenever you put out text messages between you and I, that...
Oh, did that break your trust, Gypsy? This man was with you knowing that you were part of unaliving your mother, for goodness sake. And then you're sitting there gaslighting him, acting like he's the one that needs to move on and that you've already moved on. But then you're asking, are you with Amber J? I feel lost, like I don't know what's real anymore. You had your baby, you were going through some things, and then all of a sudden you started realizing that Ryan does some things better than Ken does. And you wondered if he couldn't be that safety, that comfort that he always was in the past. And I'm not sure what Ryan was texting back, but men in general need to be better about not giving in to the manipulation of a woman that already left them. They left, they're gone, they made their decision, they made the bed, let them lie in it. And that bed for Gypsy is with Ken right now because they're moving in together. Not smart of Ken. You got played, homie. You need to leave. Women like Gypsy will always play men like Ryan and Ken so long as they let them. Give me a follow, we'll see you in the next one. Pow!
So it's a new day. Yep, it is a new day.
Alright guys, I usually have a lot to say when it comes to good old Miss Gypsy Rose, but I am at a loss for words with this story. What the heck is she talking about? It's a new day. Of course it's a new day. Does she mean she's so embarrassed she wants to forget about yesterday and just start over? Let me know what you think, guys. This is just absurd. I think she's actually going postal.
This is breaking news. GRB's parole may be revoked. It looks like her actions over the weekend that caused a major crash out and spiral we've seen on TikTok may be catching up with her. GRB was spotted and did a TikTok and posted it from a Top Golf bar. But that's not it. Later, she was spotted at a script club where adult juice is served. Patrons reported that GRB was dancing and even at points exposing herself. Allegedly, her interstate compact PO and her parole specialist here in Louisiana have a meeting a month away from parole, and this could be a revocation. It is against her parole conditions to be in places like this. And after everything they've seen over the weekend, they understand GRB is spiraling and finally needs to be held accountable.
Somebody that killed their mama got pistol grip mugs in the fucking TikTok shop. Don't piss me off. Gypsum Rose Toy Blanger, if you really over that man, then why the hell did you send him pictures of your baby newborn, freshly out the kids? One thing we keep doing in this day and age that surprises me is we keep idolizing murderers, serial killers, and fucking PDFs. I hate a lying-ass bitch, but I love a good read and I love a good Krispy Kreme donut, so we about to dig. So, let's start off with you texting Ryan 3 months before you publicized that he was texting you. Why would you text somebody first and then make it seem like they were hounding after you? It's that lifetime image they're trying to spin for you. They're trying to make you look innocent so bad. They want you to look innocent so bad, like you couldn't have just ran away. You was 23 years old. You found out wasn't nothing wrong with you. You found out your mama lied. Yes, she did lie. That was wrong as fuck. But you put a little razzle-dazzle on there and you wanted your boyfriend to slide her up like a motherfucking... You had her sliced, diced, and seasoned like a rotisserie chicken, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't have no sympathy for you ever. So in these text messages that you send your ex after you cheated on him and had a baby with the man that you cheated on him with, you asking him, is he with Amber J? Who you with? Who you laying with? Girl, who the fuck is you laying with? And who the fuck are you looking at? So boom, bop, 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 bam. They go to this jazz festival. She get on live and she get to talking wet. Or maybe it wasn't live. She posted a story, get to talking wet. Either way, I got a video of it. It could have been live. It could have been whatever, bitch. One thing somebody pointed out to me is when this little girl was younger, I guess she had two personalities. One of them was named Ruby. Gypsum and Ruby. Is that the plot for Steven Universe? Let's take a look at this Gypsum Ruby hot mess child.
It's been 3 fucking months since I texted you. And you're spiraling out of control. So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder. You disobey me in any way, or displease me in any way, I will use the one card that I have over you.
Yeah, so from the looks of it, Gypsy's gone. What the fuck? That's an apology or explanation or whatever the fuck that was, and it says if you're not who this was intended for, then keep scrolling. Bitch, you put this shit on social the fuck media. You was in the wrong app because you damn sure did not email that motherfucker to him personally, so duh, we was gonna watch that motherfucker. Girl, how the fuck do you love that other boy, but Ryan's supposed to be a comfort and safety? What the fuck? In other words, she liked the way Ryan treated her, but she liked that other boy's poo. I guess that's what she's saying. I don't know. Gypsy Rose, you literally are a murderer and one more person in your fucking plan, and I think you should have got a fucking RICO charge. That was a fucking gang activity. My honest opinion for you is you need to set your eyes on the prize and stop worrying about what the fuck everybody else doing and worry about yourself and your baby. When people was advocating for your ass to get out, I know this is not what the fuck they wanted your ass to turn around and do you out this month. I think the next thing you should plan to strangle is minding your own fucking business. Don't forget to like this video and follow me. I had an account at 30K and I lost all my followers, so I'm trying to recuperate. I'm trying to get all that back.
I'm sorry that you fell in love with a piece of shit like me.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard just dropped a 10-minute long apology video to Ryan Anderson. Except, where was the apology? She starts off with this is for Ryan Anderson. If you're not Ryan Anderson, go ahead and scroll. But I know you guys like to watch. So she goes in very somber tone. And first thing she emphasizes is, I know it's been 3 months since that text. She really has been hammering down the point that there has not been any communication in 3 months, at least by text message or per the text he decided to show. She addressed that she knows it's very hard for Ryan to watch the show and he's reacting to this in real time. From what I hear, the show is painting him in quite a bad light and putting a lot of the blame for what she did on him. It's also important to add that everything she says about Ryan rounds back to herself. The next thing is, she said that their text messages between each other are sacred. Her words. And that there are very few people she trusts, and he was one of them. Yet, he's the public. She blamed the text message asking Ryan if he was with anybody because her and Ken weren't in a good place. Then she randomly says, I don't regret having Aurora. She felt distant from Ken the first few weeks postpartum. We know that GRB has to have that male attention. Also, we know about her triangulation, bringing somebody else into the mix. GRB has to be seen as desirable. She said she basically poured her heart out to Ryan and he betrayed her. She also said that the Ryan we see on TikTok is not the real Ryan. Then she attempted to cry. And then it was, where's the guy that was there for me when Christy wouldn't talk to me for a few weeks, when my parents were on the verge of a divorce? Where's that guy? GRB said she didn't have anybody, and she doesn't like that they're trying to ruin each other's reputations. All she wants is for Ryan to move on, meet somebody, and be happy. That's all she wants. And then she attempted to cry. But yet, that's what the whole text was about. She was upset that she thought he was moving on. And she also doubled down with that text with Ryan and her father, where Ryan is not denying what she said. He's saying, I'm going to sue her for HIPAA violations. She said, even if he puts out more on me, I won't say anything about him. I know he's a good person and he cares about me. But we all know it's usually the opposite of what GRB says that is done. Then I'm sorry you fell in love with a piece of shit. She said, Ken was my love. He is my love, right? He is. You were my comfort and safe place. That's what she said. Girl. And to add on to that, her parole plan. Then the last part of the entire monologue was this whole vibe of letting somebody down easy. She said, I know we can't text. We can't continue on like this. I have a family. I have a whole family and a baby, and I love Ken, and I love my family. She said, I know that if we keep talking, you're going to feel a connection. Yeah, that's been the whole objective of GRB, and we see it. To keep him on the back burner, to dangle the carrot. Then she ends it with this, y'all. Listen to this. Some people come into our lives for a season, some for a reason. And that Ryan Anderson showed her how to be a better person. Okay. This whole video. I'm sorry, what?
This is why Gypsy Rose Blanchard is spiraling.
So you want me to take my shit down, right? Okay, how about you quit talking about me? It's been 3 fucking months since I texted you. And you're spiraling out of control. So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder. Go see a therapist.
So it all blew up when Ryan Anderson posted a screenshot of a text from Gypsy. In it, she asks, "Are you with Amber J?" Another creator on this app who's gone live with Ryan a few times. They've had playful banter, sure, but Gypsy clearly wasn't laughing. She followed it up with, "I feel lost, like I don't know what's real anymore." Ryan says, "Say what reason Ryan posted this is because he just recently said, and I a live stream that Gypsy texted him asking if he was dating Amber J, which they are not." His most recent live stream, he was also throwing things of Gypsy's out the window because he was watching the show and is unhappy with some of the things that were said during that show, including the fact that Gypsy was saying that Ryan wasn't a good, even though she previously said the deed was fire. Gypsy then did a live stream following that and said something like, "Oh, Ryan's just having a hard time. He's healing. We need to give him some grace." Something like that in retaliation to what Ryan Anderson posted. Gypsy posted some very private personal information about Ryan. In my opinion, him posting what he posted does not warrant the personal and private information you just posted about him. He has a real job and a career that you could be putting in jeopardy because you're butthurt over a text message.
So it's a new day. Yep, it is a new day.
Am I the only one that's concerned for Ryan's safety? Something about this is screaming like she's sending a message to him without actually messaging it to him. And I feel as though she wants him to respond. He's not, and she's getting upset, and that's why she made this video. And she keeps taking down her apology video and putting it back up. So that screams red flag as well. But I'm very concerned for his safety. Gypsy is a very dangerous person, and we know that she's very manipulative, and she thinks she can get away with whatever. I am just really concerned for Ryan, and I hope I'm just freaking out. I would hate to not say something and feel guilty if something ever happened, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm praying it doesn't, but I just want to say something that maybe me being concerned or the public being concerned would stop something from happening. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I might be overreacting. Y'all just let me know what you think.
This girl slaughtered her fucking mama with her boyfriend, got out of jail, cheated on the man that helped her get out of jail, and y'all acting confused about these manipulative ass tears.
And Krista didn't pick up the phone for 3 weeks. And you were all I had. You think I forgot? Like, you should be loved.
She was trying to finagle them tears the fuck out her eyes. What the fuck is you doing? I gotta stop taking these fucking criminals, these fucking PDFs, these fucking murderers, and then being confused when you make them celebrities and they start acting unhinged. I'm really convinced if Jeffrey Dahmer got out of jail and started dating James Charles, y'all would ship the fuck out of that shit, and that's crazy. I know it's 2 different situations, but I'm saying, like, why are y'all making these fucking criminals celebrities? and then being confused when they still criminals inside. That fucking manipulation is still in that motherfucker. It's still there.
So this video is going to be for Ryan Anderson, and if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep scrolling. But I know y'all watch, and that's okay, but this video is not for y'all, it's for him. So I know that it's been about 3 months since we had any kind of text message exchange, and I know it's been really hard for you watching the show for the first time. I know it was all filmed, but I know that you don't, so I understand that you're reacting to things in real time, just like I am. So I'm sorry for not giving you that grace. I do want to say, like, this is going to be kind of a long video of me just putting out what's on my heart, and I know that it is hard to watch.
You lied.
Things that we have said and things that happen, even if it was 6, 7, 8 months ago, whatever. I understand that it's the feelings are happening in real time, and I want you to know that it is extremely hard to watch you have to go through these emotions. And I understand that when you are doing live streams, you're speaking your truth, you're speaking your mind and your peace, and I'm never going to filter you for doing that. But whenever you put out text messages between you and I.
Oh, the same ones you put out?
I think are sacred.
The ones you gave Bree to do?
In my opinion, be sacred between us.
No.
And when I mean sacred, I mean that there are very few people I trust in this world.
Yeah, but nobody could trust you.
And I have
jabbed your
always
own mama
counted
in
you
her back.
as one of them. So whenever I reached out to you, when I was 2 weeks postpartum, and I didn't know how to handle my emotions, I just had a baby. My whole life changed. My literal whole life changed in an instant.
It's not about you. We don't care about you. Or we don't care about the fact that you had a baby. Take accountability.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But I leaned on you. I leaned on you because I trust you.
So you're using him again?
That is not something a lot of people I can say about. When I felt distant from Ken during those first few weeks postpartum, I vented to you. I told you everything that was on my heart and in my head.
Y'all could go watch the rest of the video, but basically she's saying she's disappointed in him and she doesn't recognize him and she doesn't think that that's the person that she married, and basically she is trying to manipulate him, and I hope he doesn't fall for it. I hope that he has good people in his ear to say, hey, don't let her manipulate you. As she did this as a public apology, I wonder if she reached out to him privately, because before you make a public apology like this, I would think you'd make a private one to him first. But that whole video is a lack of accountability. Everything she blamed on him. Keep in mind, she cheated on him. She lied on him. She tried to portray him as an abuser. She had a baby on him. And she's still trying to use him. She said, I was relying on you. I thought you would do this. I thought you would be there for me. You would be there for me after I used you and had a baby on you? And then tried to paint you as an abuser? I am flabbergasted. Wow. I really hate that he has to deal with her, because having to deal with someone that is this manipulative is crazy. Did you see she was crying at one point? Not in this part, like, you have to watch the whole video, but she was crying at one point with 0 tears. 0. I'm gonna put the whole video on my YT, but she was crying with 0 tears, not a lick of a tear. Yeah, Gypsy is a real piece of work.
Gypsy Rose is spiraling out of control and just released some very private information on Ryan Anderson. And Ryan Anderson is now threatened to sue. This comes right after Ryan had posted a text that Gypsy begged him not to put out. It is a confirmation of what he said in a live where GRB is texting him at 2 a.m. asking if he and another creator are in a relationship. Then she makes a very interesting comment underneath. Gypsy Rose just doubled down and posted to her TikTok story a message from Ryan to Gypsy's father, Rod, where Ryan is threatening to sue GRB for releasing very personal information, that he is on MAT treatment. And it is important to mention that he did not outright confirm her claims, whether it be true or not. This is following a live stream. I have some clips posted on my page, but this is where Ryan is releasing some information, giving us some tidbits on what has been going on between he and Gypsy, including that after her daughter was born, she sent pictures of her daughter to Ryan. She has been texting him in the middle of the night, and he alluded that GRB is an NARC, cis. GRB's behavior has been increasingly escalating, even if you look at the small things like her dressing in different disguises, wearing wigs, which is reminiscent of her past characters, one whom played an important role, a lead role in erasing of her mother, Dee Dee. GRB has been leaving a lot of unhinged comments on other creators' posts, accusing them of nefarious activities. Allegedly, GRB was also spotted at a Script BAR, among other places she more than likely on parole should not have been, posting videos, and people are really concerned that this is ramping up when her parole release date is next month. They fear more from GRB is in store as she's displaying a lot of old behaviors and patterns. I will keep y'all posted if there's anything else that comes up, and I have a feeling there will be today.
Well, my hair is short, and so I really kind of wanted just long hair for the shoot. My hair is shoulder length, and I just didn't see a way of styling it that I would be happy with.
You think I forgot about that? I haven't.